Hi, it's Ulti Carlson here. Jurassic Park or Jurassic World has certainly become a great big media franchise over the past 30 plus years. The first film was based on a novel by Michael Crichton and was adapted into a hugely successful film in 1993, directed by Steven Spielberg. The franchise has grown by leaps and bounds, and the seventh feature film, Jurassic World Rebirth, will be coming out in theaters very shortly. So, needless to say, a new Jurassic movie means Jurassic reissues. And today we're looking at the first in a set of two reissues of the older films on 4K. This is the Jurassic Park Trilogy 4K Steelbook set. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. There's our cover. There's an embossed Jurassic Park dinosaur logo head there. That looks very cool. And the art, of course, features several of the dinosaurs along with the Jurassic Park gateway. There's the top of the backing card. Side of the Steelbook. On the back we have pictures of the poster art of the films. Underneath here we have a shot of the Jurassic Park Visitor Center. Also inside the backing card you have credits information for the films. We do get a digital code for the trilogy. And on the back there's an ad for some of Universal's other 4K releases. We get three films in this set. Jurassic Park from 1993, which started the series. The Lost World Jurassic Park from 1987, the second film in the series. And Jurassic Park 3 from 2001, this being the last film to carry the Jurassic Park moniker. Underneath there we have a nice photo collage of scenes from the three Jurassic Park films. Also, a brief disclaimer, these do not include Blu-ray copies, so any screenshots that you see were actually taken from the older Blu-rays. They are not screen caps and do not represent the 4K quality of these releases. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Experience one of the biggest movie trilogies of all time like never before with the Jurassic Park Trilogy. You won't believe your eyes when dinosaurs once again roam the earth in an amazing theme park on a remote island. From Academy Award-winning director Steven Spielberg and Joe Johnston, the action-packed adventures find man up against prehistoric predators in the ultimate battle for survival. Featuring visually stunning imagery and groundbreaking filmmaking that's been hailed as a triumph of special effects artistry, this epic trilogy is sheer movie-making magic that was 65 million years in the making. I remember back when the original Jurassic Park movie came out in 1993. I was about 8.5 years old, but I remember when it came out, it's all that anybody was ever talking about anywhere I went. Eventually, I did see the film, and of course, over time, I've certainly become a believer in this franchise. I don't think anything has ever topped or ever will top the original 1993 film, which again is based on Michael Crichton's novel and directed by the iconic Steven Spielberg. The original film features the potential for Jurassic Park opening featuring cloned dinosaurs and a tourist experience. The man putting this into motion is Dr. John Hammond, portrayed by Richard Attenborough. Attenborough had largely left the world of acting behind to pursue directing. As a director, he's probably best known for the film Gandhi, which actually ended up being a Best Picture winner. And as an actor, probably best known for his role as Big X in the 1960s film The Great Escape. But here he comes back to the big screen as a grandfather who's looking to give his grandkids the best possible experience. But he also brings in some experts to get their opinion on the park, including paleontologists Dr. Grant and Dr. Sadler, played by Sam Neill and Laura Dern, respectively. Unfortunately, there's a plan set to steal the embryos by a rival company with a man portrayed by Wayne Knight, the man that will forever be known as Newman from Seinfeld. One of the other people invited along on the tour is Ian Malcolm, a chaos theorist portrayed by Jeff Goldblum. Like many of Spielberg's films, this features a musical score by John Williams, and the main Jurassic Park theme has certainly become one of his most iconic pieces of music. Of course, when everyone comes to the park to check it out for the trial run and to see if they can get endorsements, everything goes horribly wrong when the plot to steal embryos results in power being shut down and the dinos running loose, leaving many of our characters stranded on this island trying to find a way out and get to safety. None of the movies that's come since will ever have this kind of impact. It's where CGI really started to enter the modern age, even if a few of these moments do feel kind of dated by today's standards. In some scenes, there's also use of animatronics, which were largely created by Stan Winston, one of the best men in the business. There's so many thrills around every corner, and the casting is just great all around. It's a fantastic movie, and nothing in this series or outside of this series has been able to top the original 1993 film. It's certainly a classic for the ages. The series continued 4 years later with The Lost World Jurassic Park, again based on a novel written by Michael Crichton as a sequel. This time around, a group goes to another island in the Costa Rican chain where the first film took place, and on this other island, Isla Sorna, dinosaurs have been allowed to breed freely and without any real control. A group of photojournalists find themselves on the island along with a group of big game hunters, and of course, in true Jurassic Park fashion, everything goes horribly wrong, and the two sides find themselves having to team up just to get themselves off the island. The second film, of course, does not have the same level of majesty and awe and wonder that the first film had, but it does have some darker moments and some great action scenes that rank among the best in the trilogy. As far as returning cast members go, Jeff Goldblum comes back and once again plays a substantial role. Richard Attenborough sadly is relegated to what's basically a glorified cameo, but on the island we do get some spectacular scenes, and getting to see Goldblum's character interacting with his estranged daughter certainly makes for some interesting moments. The cast also includes early performances from the likes of Vince Vaughn and Julianne Moore. And, well, again, it can never quite rival the first film. It does have its share of moments. Probably the one major complaint I have is there is a sequence near the end of the movie that involves trying to get dinosaurs back to mainland America, and this feels kind of tacked on, like something that was sort of stolen from King Kong or Mighty Joe Young, and does it with mixed results. If you could have trimmed that whole thing, I think the movie probably could have ended in slightly better form. That said, The Lost World is not a bad sequel by any means. The third and final film to carry the Jurassic Park moniker was Jurassic Park 3, which came out in 2001. This was the first installment not directed by Steven Spielberg. Instead, Joe Johnston took the reins. Johnston had previously directed movies like The Rocketeer, Jumanji, and October Sky. And this time, a group of characters goes back to Isla Sorna, the setting of The Lost World, with an estranged divorced couple trying to seek out their long-lost son who's believed to be trapped on the island following an incident. This movie brings back the characters of Sattler and Grant, with Sattler relegated to a supporting role, but Grant taking lead status once again, having to lead these characters through Isla Sorna, despite having never been on the island before, but of course having knowledge of dinosaurs. This movie only runs about an hour and a half long, and it doesn't really have a whole lot of substance to it. It's pretty much just a sheer entertainment vehicle and not much more, although I have to say, in some ways that's not really a bad thing. The cast here includes the likes of Michael Jeter and William H. Macy, two fantastic actors who, even though they never quite get to act to the greatest extent of their abilities here, they do get some memorable scenes. Even though this is largely an action-oriented movie that lacks a lot of substance, it does have a lot of big screen thrills and some of the best dino action in the series. Just don't expect it to compete with the original movie. The Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies had previously been released in 4K. However, these are actually transfers that include Dolby Vision, which the older releases were lacking. Supposedly, these were new scans, whereas the older scans seemed to be sourced from the same source as the Blu-ray discs and had some, what was presumably noise reduction and grain management. These transfers are certainly a little more natural looking than the earlier ones. I don't own the older discs anymore, so I can't do a direct comparison, but it looked to me like these had more natural grain structures and the colors were a little more vibrant. Again, I can't do a direct comparison, but from what I can see, these are an improvement, even if it's only a minor one. If you don't already own the Jurassic movies on the 4K format, these are certainly the releases that you'll want to get your hands on. But at the same time, I don't know how badly people are going to want to go out and double dip on these movies so soon after having already purchased them in 4K. That said, though, if you don't already own them, these are the releases you want. All three movies do feature an assortment of the previously released bonus material from the prior 4K releases. Sadly, nothing new here, but one thing I do like is that Universal is a company that always puts bonus features right on the 4K discs, so a lot of the stuff has been ported over here, and it's good to see that even though there aren't Blu-ray copies, they didn't skimp on the bonus features. I would have liked to see a few new things here, but not complaining overall. Again, if you already own the Jurassic Park movies in 4K, I don't know how badly you'll want to double dip for these new transfers, which were at least a slight upgrade, but these are the ones I recommend if you don't already own the movies. How about you? Are you a fan of the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World franchise? Who's your favorite character? What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite dinosaur? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content because I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Timothy Carlson. I'll see you next time.